all my beautiful sisters from those other misters, it is time for my 2016 beauty favorites. Now these favorites will be items that were released this year. There is one or two products that potentially have been out longer. I don't know how new they are. I don't know if they've been out for a long time, but they were game changers for me and they were new to me in 2016. So I'm going to show you those. Throughout these favorites, I am going to have a couple of fails as well. Some of them sort of work in with favorites, so I'm not going to do them completely separate. I'm just going to do them as they come up. So first up, I want to start with some palettes, and I've got two eyeshadow palettes here that were dead set all the way favorites. I have the Urban Decay Naked Smokey palette, and I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Modern Renaissance palette. Now the Modern Renaissance palette is just, look at it, just look at it. Those colors just like changed the world of eyeshadow for everyone. I felt like not everyone was into using reds and burnt raspberries and oranges on their eyes until this palette came out. And when this was released, that's when everyone was like, they all shifted into gear and they all agreed that these colors are amazing for creating eye looks. I fucking love this palette. It's dead set my favorite palette of 2016. Like if I can only choose one, it's going to be this one because the formula is on point, the colors are on point. Sure, I could pick out a few faults with it, you know, I might swap out some colors or something, but when it comes down to a complete palette that was released in 2016, this is my favorite and I do think everyone should own it. My other palette, the Urban Decay Naked Smokey. In my opinion, if you ever want to create smoky eye looks, this is the palette that you should own. This palette is just so well thought out. This is the smoky eye palette for beginners who then move into like advanced fucking smoky eye masters. You can do everything with this. If you are scared of a smoky eye, you can still create a smoky eye with this that is not intimidating and is easy to apply. If you are the smoky eye master, if you are the Yoda of smoky eyes, this palette has got your back. Like, I fucking love this palette. It's so well thought out, and I honestly think that if you are a makeup lover and smoky eyes have been intimidating for you, this is actually the palette that you should go for. Don't buy a shitty cheap one. Save up, spend the money, get the good quality with the really clever shade selection that just works for everyone. I love this palette. If you absolutely never ever ever want to wear a dark smoky eye or any form of smoky eye, that's fine. Stay away from it. It's not for you. But if smoky eye is sometimes your game, this palette should be in your stash. While we're talking about eyeshadow palettes, I think I should mention a major fucking fail of a palette. This is the Smashbox Double Exposure. And this thing is just, oh my god, it was so bad. It was so bad. You can make it work, don't get me wrong. You can fucking make anything work. But this palette was just, oh, it was such a disaster. So this is essentially a palette that you're encouraged to use wet or dry. Comes with a little slip in here. And on the bottom it says, don't worry about getting your shadows wet. They'll never glaze over and will always dry like new. You can see like the whole bottom row of my palette, just about every shade, is glazed over from using these wet. They're not good. They are not good. The pigmentation is not good. The color selection is woeful. Like, it's just There are some nice colours in there, don't get me wrong. But for the most part, it's just so limited and so like stuck in a box of like just sadness that I can't. It's so bad. Why did they do this to you? I do have one more palette, just one. Now this is not an eyeshadow palette. Oh, you could use it as an eyeshadow palette if you wanted to. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills Moonchild Glow Kit. Honey child, oh, mine looks like it's taken some damage. Not sure how, it's been in a drawer. Stuck my fingernail in Lucky Clover. What a sad day that was. This palette, now this palette has its faults, it really does. And if you watched my review on it, if you read my review on it, if you watched Kat and I demo and review it on Beauty News, you will know that this is not a perfect palette by any means. But it is still a favourite of mine because these three shades here, Blue Ice, Pink Heart and Lucky Clover, were pretty much the first of their kind from an established brand that I had easy access to. Every time I open this palette and I use those highlighters, I feel really happy that these are a thing because everyone should own highlights like this. But I do still feel that sadness for these other shades that just kind of miss the mark just a little bit. For me anyway. I know a lot of other people really love them, which is great, you know, different strokes for different folks. But I love this palette, and I hear that Anastasia is potentially going to bring out a sister palette to this one, and I will probably buy it. I have another highlight here. This is an individual one, and it is the Urban Decay Afterglow 8-Hour Powder Highlighter in Fireball. I love this. I love this. I love it. It's beautiful. Just stop it. It is so pretty. I've pulled it out again recently since I'm not like trying to review any like new releases when it comes to highlights. I've been playing with like my actual stash, and this one is just, I love it. It's so pretty. Now that I'm getting a little bit of color as well, I can actually wear it quite heavily because it does have a sort of orangey base to it with a pink shift. I do have to be careful how much I use in the winter when I'm really fair, but in summer I can whack this on heavy as I want and it just looks beautiful. If you're super fair, probably not going to be right for you, but if you have, you know, medium skin or you tan quite well, then I would definitely check this out. I really hope Urban Decay bring out more of these highlighters in 2017 because I would be keen to try them. Alright, so this product here is actually a re-release. So it was re-released this year. This is a MAC Beauty Powder in Pearl Sunshine. This was re-released in the Fairy Whispers collection. And this is... it's a beauty powder. I wouldn't even know how to really describe it. It's a very lightly tinted powder with like mega glow. So this is like an apricot shade with a golden yellow shift to it. I have been using this as a blush, as a highlight, as an inner corner highlight, dusting it on my brow bone. You can use it as an eyeshadow. I love this shade. I love these beauty powders. I brought two this year. I can't remember what the other one was. I don't love it as much, but I love the general like beauty powder formula. It's like a soft color with a little bit of a shifty glow, and I just think that is so pretty and interesting to look at. I love it when people who don't really know makeup I'll be interacting with them and they're like, what's this? What's this? And I'm like, honey child, sit down, let me tell you the story about highlighters and how they came about. So stuff like this, I love it because it's interesting, it's pretty, and it adds a lot of like just something special to the face. I love it. I love it. Please make more, MAC. I want to buy more. Before I go on like this really ridiculous lip fetish thing that I had going on this year, I want to talk about some more sort of general face things. So this here is the Real Techniques Mini Miracle Eraser Sponge. I think that's what it's called. It's supposed to be like a makeup fuck up fixing sponge. I don't know why they marketed it that way. They should have just called it like a concealer sponge. That's all it needs to be, concealer sponge. And for that, it is dead set the best damn sponge I have ever used. I love it. I freaking love this thing. I will never, ever be without this sponge. And if you wear concealer, you should own one of these, if not 100 of these, because they're amazing. I love it. It's the best sponge I've used all year. These two. These are Cover FX products. I've got the Custom Cover Drops and I have the Custom Enhancer Drops. Now, these ones here, the Custom Cover Drops, I can't quite remember when they came to Australia. I think they may have actually come here at the end of 2015, which means they've been out for a lot longer. But because I didn't do an end of year favorites last year, and I also didn't have these long enough to consider them a favorite, I'm putting them in this year's. And I think that it's very important that I talk about these, because these drops are really like, they're amazing. And I think anyone who ever wants the option of having like full coverage or sheer coverage, you need these in your life, because you literally can take a product that has zero coverage, so like a moisturizer or a sunscreen or something like that, and you can make it a full cover foundation or a sheer foundation or a medium cover foundation. Whatever the fuck you want. You have the power here in this little bottle. I have even heard of people with super dry skin taking oils like argan oil or rosehip oil, mixing in a few drops of this and using that as their like cover, their base. So you can do all sorts of things with these drops. But something that's very, very important to point out, these drops, the seal on these drops is shit. It is dead set shit. Now, I don't know if Custom Cover FX has like changed to this in the year that we've had these in Australia. All I know is this bottle that I own, there is a particular ingredient in here that keeps these drops fluid and, you know, makes them easy to drop into a product. And that ingredient evaporates really, really quickly. Because this bottle does not have an airtight seal, that fluid has evaporated over time. And it has made these horrendously thick and difficult to get out of the bottle. So, I don't know if that's changed. It might have changed, but if it hasn't, beware. I think everyone should own these custom cover drops, but I also think the packaging is shithouse and a major fail, and you probably want to keep a really close eye on how the consistency of this is going if you have it in your stash. In fact, I would even go so far as to recommend potentially putting it in a completely different bottle. But these drops, my god, they are fucking good drops. Moving on to the Custom Enhancer drops. Now, these are so damn pretty. Like, I'm sad that these are so pretty because they are just so fucking hard to work with. I'm not even kidding. I will say something about this. I feel like the packaging has been addressed just a little bit better with these drops, because it feels like the dropper almost has a suction thing on the inside of the bottle to prevent excess product coming out, which means it's a little bit more airtight. They haven't dried out as quickly. These drops, again, they have that ingredient in them that is extremely quick to evaporate, which means you can mix them with something else and it doesn't change the consistency of that other product. So it might be foundation or another liquid highlighter or like a moisturizer or whatever you want to mix it with. You put these in, mix it up, and the liquid in this evaporates so that it doesn't change the consistency of your original product or your carrier product. Now, personally, I don't want to mix these with anything, alright? These are absolutely fucking gorgeous. Why would I want to dilute that in anything? I don't. I want to put that straight on my cheekbones and I want to glow, okay? I want to blind a bitch. The problem with that is because the fluid evaporates so quickly, they're extremely difficult to blend out. Whether that be with your finger, a brush, a sponge, like you literally have to scrub at these to get them to move over your face. And that is a sad, sad thing because it lifts your foundation and it starts to look like shit. I'm really sad that this just doesn't quite work on its own. And they should, because on its own that's how you should use them, because it's fucking beautiful. Let's finish up the makeup items with my lip obsessions of 2016. Now, when I was going through all of my lip products, I was like, and this, and this, and this, and this, and this. And then I thought, for fuck's sake, just get a hold of yourself, Hayley. Like, just pick a couple. So I did. I picked the ones that really float my boat in 2016. And I'm going to start with the drugstore, or the cheaper stuff. So these are the Rimmel, what are they? What are you called? Lasting Finish by Kate lipsticks. These were like the 15th anniversary for Kate. Maybe it was. I don't know. Anyway, it was some anniversary for Kate Moss, like being the brand or face of the brand. These lipsticks are just glorious. So you get 3 nudes and 3 reds in the collection. And the formula is really like buttery, very pigmented. The nudes, they kind of stain the lips somehow. The reds definitely stain. They are just like, they're fantastic. I don't know if these, alright, I know that these are meant to be limited edition. I have actually seen these in stores, in a few Chemist Warehouse stores. So I don't know if they're like, you know, they've still got stock and once they're all gone, they're gone forever. But I am actually saying a little prayer to the 2017 gods that this is like Rimmel's new formula. All of the lipsticks they bring out in the future should be this formula. And they should probably bring back these shades. And we need more rose gold packaging because, oh my god, they're gorgeous. I love these lipsticks. If you missed out on them and you see them in store, try and pick up at least one because Jesus. Alright, let's move it up a step to something that's a bit more expensive. So here I have 2 of the Too Faced Melted Matte Liquified Matte Lipsticks. Now I actually have 3. I have Queen Bee somewhere, and Queen Bee was the colour that started my love affair with the Too Faced Melted Matte Lipsticks. After I discovered Queen Bee, and I discovered that the formula is completely matte, super comfortable, wears amazingly, like it's a trooper. It can get through anything and it's so comfortable. It's so comfortable. I decided that I had to go back and buy Drop Dead Red, which is, you guys know how much I love my dark reds. This shade was calling my name, and I mean, just what is that? Oh my god. It's just a crying shame that this particular shade is disgusting. It is disgusting. The formula is just the worst. It is the worst. You put this on, you talk to someone for 15 minutes, and it literally like flakes off your face like you have lip diseases. It's so bad. I don't know how you can have one formula that is so amazing and one that is such an epic fuck up. This is an epic fuck up. And I'm so sad about that. I am so sad. However, along came Lady Balls. This is a red shade. This is a mini that came out of their Christmas liquefied lipstick pack, which, by the way, probably the best fucking lipstick pack I've purchased in my life. This was kind of the make or break for me, because I was like, all right, maybe Queen Bee is like an anomaly. Maybe that is their only good shade. I was so upset and so disappointed by this shade. I thought, there's no way. Like, Queen Bee must just be named after Queen Bee. Like, it's perfect, all right? It's just perfect. The rest of them are just astronomical pieces of shit. No, not at all. It's actually the other way around. It looks like most of their formulas of the melted matte lipsticks are absolutely brilliant, because Lady Balls is out of this world. Like, there are no words. These are the best matte liquid lipsticks I've ever used. They are comfortable. They wear well. You can eat through them without it looking like you've got like two-toned lips. This is the anomaly. Do not buy Drop Dead Red. Do not buy it. When you see it, give it a dirty look and walk the other way. However, Lady Balls, Queen Bee, probably any other shade in the range, go ahead, buy them. They're, oh my god, I'm buying more of these in 2017. You watch, I'll have the whole collection by the end of the year. Alright, now for high-end lipsticks. These are the MAC Liptensity Lipsticks. I have the shades Dionysus, probably not saying that right. It is a sort of dark plummy red shade. I also have medium rare, which sounds disgusting, but it's not bad. It's alright. It surprises me. It's kind of like a pinky, let's call it a bright pink nude. Does that make sense? Is that okay? Is that bad language? Bad English? Bad? I don't know. Then I have Postmodern, and this is a really nice bright colour, bright pink. These are beautiful. I think the only thing that surprised me about these, I expected them to have a really nice creamy formula, and these are actually a lot stiffer than I expected them to be. But they are insanely pigmented. They are very comfortable to wear. They wear for a long time, they stain, and when they do start to wear away, they wear away nicely. It looks nice. It's not the sort of lipstick that you have to babysit, which I just cannot stand. I think my only gripe with this collection is they need more shades in the range. So this collection will be around for at least a year. I don't know if they'll expand on it. I don't know if it will become permanent beyond the 1 year mark. But if you're curious, I would definitely recommend these. Whoop, where you going? I would definitely recommend these, and I will be expanding on my collection in 2017. Alright guys, so we're coming to the end. I've got 4 more products to show you. These are actually hair products. Now, I don't have any skincare because I used samples all year, and there were a few things that really blew me away, but I don't have them to show you, so there's no point in talking about them, and they are not actually new products for 2016. Now, I cannot be 110% sure that these are also completely new products for 2016. All I know is these are new to me in 2016, and I know that they are not extremely widely known. You can't go to Priceline, Chemist Warehouse, Hair House Warehouse, Kohl's, Woolworths and find these products. These are like, these products are more on the pro scale. But in saying that, you can get your hands on them and they work wonders. So I'm going to start with K-HairPep. Now this one here is the serum, which you would typically use in finer hair. And this one is the mask, which is aimed at thicker hair. For me, someone like me who has fine hair but a lot of it, I actually use both. So the serum goes in my roots and the mask goes in my ends. It's a little bit different for other people depending on your hair type, how much you've got, all that jazz. But these are just, these changed my hair in 2016. It's the type of thing that you use sort of as a system over 3 washes, and then you follow it up as you need it. Maybe for me, I do it like every 2 or 3 weeks, depending on how my hair is feeling. I will not ever be without these. As long as I color or like heat style my hair, I will keep these in my collection because they're amazing. They really helped the condition of my hair. Anyone who has watched me for a year or more would have seen my hair at its worst. And this is actually where the journey to not having fucked, disgusting, rat's nest, bleach blonde hair started. So I owe my hair life to these guys. Another 2 products that I owe my hair life to are these. These are the Kokoro G Shampoo and Shampoo and Treatment for dry, sensitized and damaged hair. These came to me through a PR company just a couple of months ago, and it was totally out of the blue, and I cannot be more grateful that these came into my life because they just, my hair responds so well to these. This makes my hair feel like hair that has never been bleached. Never. It moves like hair that hasn't been bleached. It's shiny. It doesn't feel dry. It doesn't break. Like, I rarely have hair breakage. I have about the normal amount of breakage that I would have prior to bleaching my hair. So of course, you know, you get a bit rough with it. You tie it up in a messy bun. You might have, like, you wake up in the morning, you've got a knot and you rip a brush through it. You know, being rough with your hair is going to cause damage and break it anyway. But now, even when I'm gentle with my hair and I'm careful with it, no breakage. It's only when I'm getting a bit like crazy and rough. So these paired with the K-HairPep, like, it changed my life. It really did. It changed my life, and it made me, now I don't hate bleaching my hair because it's damaging. I hate bleaching my hair because it's fucking expensive and it takes too long. Like, that's it. The only reason I don't bleach my hair now is because I can't be bothered, and not because I'm concerned about the health of my hair. Alright guys, so that's it for my 2016 beauty favorites. Let me know down in the comments what your beauty favorites were for 2016. Doesn't have to be a new product, just anything that you absolutely loved and adored. I definitely want to hear your guys' thoughts and potentially add some things to my shopping list for 2017. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up, and until next time, bye.